Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. We are here in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. Again, I hope everyone is doing well, everyone is staying happy and healthy. And today we are going to stay indoors once again. So there are a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Well, first of all, we are finally in the month of March. Yes, you guys, spring is getting closer and closer. Finally, hopefully the temperatures will be warming up outside and we could start doing some real digging, some real gardening, basically getting our hands nice and dirty. However, you could probably see right behind me, we still have snow on the ground from the other day's snowstorm. It is not melting. The temperatures are very, very low today. So we're going to stay in my green room today. And I wanted to talk to you guys about seedlings, specifically how and when to transplant your seedlings. When I say seedlings and transplanting them, I don't necessarily mean taking them out of your seeding tray and planting them directly outside in your garden. Transplanting your seedlings also means moving them from the smaller seeding tray where they were initially germinated and grew, now to a larger container where they can continue to grow and establish larger, stronger root system. So now let's talk all about transplanting our seedlings. Again, when I say transplanting our seedlings, I don't necessarily mean that you would take them out of your existing seed tray cell and plant them in your home garden. The term transplanting also entails the fact that your seedlings may have outgrown their existing cell where they were growing since they germinated, and they're ready to be transplanted, moved, upgraded to a larger container, and they will stay still indoors so they can continue growing their nice large root system for you guys. And maybe the temperatures are still low outside. This will give them a chance to mature a bit more. So when your temperature outside does become more stable, the temperatures will go up and then you will be ready to transplant your seedlings outside. So I always say that you guys need to look at your seedlings. Believe it or not, they will tell you, they will speak to you and let you know when they're ready to be transplanted. So the first sign that your seedlings may be ready to move on up to a larger container is the 2 sets of true leaves. That will be the first sign. So here, you guys, are my artichoke seedlings. Remember, we planted these seeds together in a previous video. So I wanted to show you what a first set of leaves look like versus a second set of true leaves right there. So as you could see, my seeds have germinated. So these first 2 initial leaves are called the first leaves on your seedling. Then as your seedling begins to grow larger and stronger and develop a more abundant root system, they start to grow more leaves in the center, right there. So these two leaves in the middle, in the center, are called the set. So 2 sets of true leaves. So the second sign that your seedlings are ready to move on up is the fact that the first set of leaves that emerged from your seed are either 1, turning yellow, or 2, not only have they turned yellow, they're starting to fall off your seedling. If you see either one of those signs, it is time to transplant your seedling. So the third sign that your seedlings might give you, telling you that they are ready to be transplanted, is if their 2 sets of true leaves are turning yellow. So those are not the initial leaves that emerged from the seed. We're talking about those leaves in the middle that I just showed you of your more grown, more mature seedling. If the true leaves are turning yellow, then it's definitely a sign that you need to transplant your seedlings. So the fourth sign, you guys, is if you look at your seedlings' root system and if you see the roots wound in a ball, meaning they're all tangled and it looks like a big ball of roots, that is a sign that you need to transplant your seedlings. So the fifth sign that you need to transplant your seedlings to a larger container is if you see your seedlings are crowded. If majority of your seeds have indeed germinated and grew, and you feel that your seeding tray is just very, very overcrowded, you are more than welcome to start transplanting your seedlings to larger containers. So again, their root system will have more air, more space to grow and to build stronger roots. So here we are with my big helper Julia over here, and she is going to help me transplant our artichokes. So what are we going to need today in order to transplant these beauties over here? Well, of course, my seedlings over here, which as you could see, some of them clearly outgrew their existing cells in the seed starting tray. We're gonna need more of the seed starting potting mix, which I have over here. It's just I already mixed it up with some water and placed it in a bowl. We're gonna need larger pots. These are the 3-inch Jiffy pots. And we're gonna need some kind of a tool. I have a knife here, which we will use to make our drainage holes, like so. So I already used my knife to make the holes on the bottom of my 3-inch pots. I did the same thing to every one of the pots so the water can safely drain out of the pots and not cause a root rot. So here Julia will start putting some of the seed starting potting mix inside her first pots. Come on, baby. Put a little bit for the bottom. No, more. Let's, like this. You got your hands dirty a little bit? Yeah. It's okay. Come on, baby. Okay. So now that you pre-filled your 3-inch pot roughly halfway with your soil, again, remember I said that I already added water to the soil and thoroughly mixed it up. You're going to come to your seedlings and you're going to look for one of those 5 signs that I mentioned to you guys a few minutes ago. Like here, for example, this guy does 2 sets of true leaves. So this cell is definitely ready to be transplanted. So what you do next is you pull out your established seedling like so. You could see the root system over here. Try to be very, very delicate and gentle when pulling out your seedling, as you do not want to break it, damage it. Especially, you do not want to damage the root system of this plant. Then you take it over here to your new larger pot. You set it in the middle. And when you feel like your seedling is nice and position centered, what you do is you keep adding more of your potting mix. So here you could see I positioned my seedling smack in the middle of the pot. And of course, I added more of my soil on top. And as you could see, this guy looks very happy in this spot. I will water it a little bit on top, and I will place it in a full sun location in my green room. So if you're looking at your seeding tray and you're thinking, should I transplant 1, 2, 5? Maybe I should just transplant them all. No, guys, you have to look at your seedlings and see which ones need and are screaming for that extra root growth. Like this guy over here that just recently germinated, clearly we're not going to touch him. Or this little seedling, it is still very young and very short. We want to see which seedling, like this one, looks like it's already bending down. This guy needs to be transplanted. This for sure, look how tall this one is getting. Again, do not rush to transplant all of your seedlings. There is absolutely no reason to rush. Make sure they grow. Make sure they start to talk to you, to show you signs that they need to be transplanted. So here you go, you guys. Today I was able to successfully transplant 7 of my artichoke seedlings. So these are the 7. They're now in 3-inch pots. And again, I will likely water them and place them in a full sun location so they can continue to grow. And the rest of my seedlings that you could see here will stay in their initial seeding tray, and they will continue to grow and to mature until I am ready to transplant them as well. So regardless of which vegetable and or plant seedling you are thinking of transplanting, the general rules remain the same, you guys. Don't forget to look for those 5 signs from your seedlings letting you know that they're ready to be transplanted. So this is it for this video, you guys. Again, thank you so much for joining me today here in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. Thank you for allowing me to show you how I transplant my seedlings to larger potting containers. If you like this video, click thumbs up, leave your comments below, tell me all about your seedlings. How do you transplant them? When do you transplant them? And again, subscribe to my channel, Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. And I will see you again in the new upcoming episodes. Everyone stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Bye.